Imagine you've just finished the best game you've ever made, but since you don't know how to bring it to mobile, your game will never be able to bring joy to the players, and instead it will eventually become lost media on your hard drive. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So, the first thing you need to know if you're planning to bring your game to mobile is how to enable this Android or iOS button in your build settings. So in order to do that, make sure to open the Unity hub and click Installed to see your installed versions of the Unity editor. And then if this one just says Windows for you, make sure to click this gear and then add modules, where you can then select the Android build support and iOS build support, and then click continue in order to progress. This will enable the Android and iOS build options in the build settings, where you can then click onto switch platform, and Unity will then reload some parts of your project to optimize it for mobile. Another important thing that you need to know though when building for mobile is how to make some technical adjustments of your game design for your players to make it fun to play. For example, if you're just having keyboard control, like me, you might consider adding some buttons here for movement instead. This you can do by creating a quick canvas like that, and by making sure that it scales appropriately on all types of screens by changing your eye scale mode to scale with screen size, and then entering your screen size right below it, and then switching to the axis that you want to orientate at. And for instance, you could then add a new event trigger to your buttons, where you can then add a pointer down event and make a call to the player and call a start move function to tell him to move to the left, and then add a pointer up event in order to tell your player to stop moving. And there you got a quick and easy way to handle mobile input. Another crucial way to simulate your layout though is to go to the Game tab and changing the aspect ratio to either landscape or portrait in order to see what changes you might need to make to optimize your game for mobile. In this case, I changed the camera's orthographic size to a higher value and would now have to increase the background scale as well, and add some further tiles below here. The final thing that you need to know when building for mobile is how to export your final build, and this you can do by going to File, Build Settings, and then if you want to make an APK file for your phone only, leave this as it is, but if you want to upload it onto Google Play, make sure to click Export Project to build an AAB file. Before we click onto Export, however, we need to go into the player settings and go to Publishing Settings and generate a new key for signing the app or using an existing one. Also, if you're planning to upload your game to the App Store or the Play Store, your key will need to be the same. And also, under other settings, make sure that your package name remains the same across your versions. And App Stores in general will also require you to have a distinct bundle version code for each version. And if you'd allow me the personal advice, please do just increase this one by one for each time that you're building the app. The Play Store in particular will also require you to set the target API level to Android 13 to sign your new releases, and selecting automatic iOS installed will not work here for the current version. And another requirement nowadays is to set scripting backend to IL2CPP instead of mono, and then add 64-bit support, like that. The last thing that I'd encourage you to do hides within resolution and presentation, and that is to use one of the possible orientations for your app only. First, to save you from the headache, and second, for the player, so he knows like what's the optimal one. And now you finally got everything you need in order to hit export, selecting your destination, and click select. Your final result will then look like this, and you're able to upload it to the App Store of your choice, and players will be able to have fun with it, and your game won't become lost media on your drive. So if you like this video, there's an extended version of it available on Patreon, where I go a bit more into detail on some aspects. Also a quick shout out to the Sunnyland package in the Asset Store. Also please tell me if you want me to make a tutorial on how to upload the app to the Play Store, and I'll see you next time.